Good afternoon, you guys. Happy Wednesday. Oh my Lanta. Oh my Lanta. Oh my Lanta. I am about to get the Facebook group up so I can see your comments. I am so excited. Who is here with me today? Raise your hand. Say hello. Say hello. There I am. Somebody's here. All right. How are we doing today? It is so, oh, let me mute my phone. Hey, Rajmi, how are you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good to see you. I'm in Nebraska and you guys, it is so windy. Hey, Rachel, good to see you too. Zena, good afternoon. I'm so glad to see all of your faces pop up and say hello when you get on here. We have had a list of topics based upon the book that we're reading in Google. So great to see you too, Rajmi. And it's called a Change Guidebook, and it is amazing. And I really am liking the fact that the books that I'm reading two at the same time. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do this. But the Change Guidebook, and then I'm reading Jenna Kujar's How Are You Really book, and it also has calls to action. It also has a place, Michael Hyatt does the same thing, where all of a sudden this personal development, the self-development world is writing books. These amazing authors are pouring into us, and we have homework. And that is how I learn the best. Does that help you guys? Do you guys like the calls to action? Have you done the work when you have when you're reading a self-development book? Because at the very beginning of this journey of personal development, I was like, I'm reading the books and nothing's changing. And I was like, finally, I was like, sister, we get to actually do some sort of work. We get to do the action steps. We get to create what we want to have happen. And having the calls to action right in the book, I find it super helpful, super helpful. All right, so today's topic, we talked about spiritual last week. And this week we're talking about relationships. And relationships and the score that you give yourself. And let me look at my score here. Okay, so I just wanted to look at my score. We don't have to share our scores, but we score ourselves and how we think we are doing on our relationships. And that is what the Change Guide book encourages. And then you get to build off of that, right? It's like your baseline. And it's where you get to look at where you are right now. Also, what we've been talking about is how far you've come in building those relationships, in connecting, like truly connecting, or being authentic in your relationships, speaking up when you need to, telling your side of something and being able to feel confident and comfortable being vulnerable in relationships. That is the one I have been practicing on. And so the relationships that you build on or you create are going to be stronger, right? If you're able to connect authentically, your relationships in your personal life as well as professional are going to be a lot stronger, right? Does that make sense? And so building upon this, I think that the relationships that I have worked on just for myself is my family relationships. Okay. And so this is where I have been working on heightenedly, rigorously in the last 4 months. I know I keep bringing it up, but I was in a leadership program, and in that leadership program, it was like part of the training, part of the core foundation of of creation was to work on those. I don't know why my computer color is going in and out, so apologies. Really getting to the bottom of those relationships and being authentic and healing anything that I needed to heal, right? Yeah, relationships are our lifeblood. They really, I mean, what's your relationship with your UPS guy or the FedEx guy or the person that delivers your packages when you order stuff, right? Like, it can be any of those relationships, but we do get relationships and communication are the same thing. I feel like, or not the same thing, but you really get to communicate effectively to build any relationship, whether it's with your kids, with your significant other, with a business partner, with your neighbor, right? For the longest time, I felt like my neighbor didn't like me. They're retired, they're like in their 70s, and we had a moment, a communication barrier, and when he first moved in, and I was just like, but my husband, now my husband, but like for the last 8 years, my husband's like, what, I don't know what the big deal is. This guy's like a nice guy. He gave me apples today, and we like just shot the, we just talked and talked and talked, and he's like a nice dude. And so communication really is where everything starts and ends, and it's how you receive as well. And so the biggest thing that I've been working on, and what I'm just going to bring up in conversation is how you receive, or your openness when you come into a conversation or into a connection with a relationship matters. And so if there's a an area or a relationship that you're like, oh, there's this relationship with this one person, or my best friend from high school, or my college roommate, or my mom, like whatever it might be, like think about that relationship and how it might be improved if your communication was different with that human, right? Bring the human back into it, bring the personal back into it, of course, and think about what's underneath that that relationship not being a 10 out of 10, right? There's a lot of relationships that I have that are not a 10 out of 10, and it's me, how I receive and how I show up in the conversation matters. And so if there is one, I would invite you to think about who this person is, who this person means to you, and how it may be affecting other things in your life. Because I know there is a few conversations that I get to have. One is coming up very, very quickly, and it's only going to help move me forward. It's only going to be able to help enhance every other relationship that I have if I'm able to effectively communicate and heal this one relationship. And it reminds me of GEM, generational emotional mapping, right? If you can get to the bottom of the emotion, if you can release the negative emotion and come in it with love and come in it with an affirmation or a positivity, anything is possible. And so it's how we receive and let go of information that doesn't serve us. And I think everybody, when we even talk about, it just brings me up to a conversation that this gentleman had that has Symphony of Cells. He created Symphony of Cells protocol in doTERRA with essential oils, and he put in a forgiveness protocol, and we're all like, a forgiveness protocol, like what, like how many times is that going to be used, right? Infectious disease is going to be used, respiratory is going to be used, the chi is going to be used, like all these other ones I completely understand. And he's like, everybody has people that you need to forgive. Everybody has hindrances or feelings of negativity for somebody in their life, no matter what happened to them, no matter everything was perfectly perfect, and they had a 10 out of 10 childhood, and they have the best job, and they have the amazing marriage, and they have beautiful kids, and everybody's healthy, and everybody has somebody to forgive. And so in that, I would invite you to look and think about, if there's a relationship in your mind that you think of on a regular basis that is like hindered or broken or could use some healing, it most likely is affecting you in other ways. It most likely is affecting you, how you show up in your own family, how you are received, how you worry or look for other relationships. Like maybe if there is an upheaval or a tear in this friendship or this relationship, maybe you're not building new relationships because you're like, what does it matter? Like, why would I even try? Like, why would I go out there and date? Because like every other human has been blah, 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 right? Which goes to choosing your words. But everything starts and ends with communication, right? And relationships are our lifeblood, just like Rajmi said. And we do relationships all day long, every single day. You think about how many people you see in a day. I only see, there's probably a handful of people that I see every single day because I go to work and come home. But how I show up for those humans that I see every single day matters. How I show up and communicate with my kids matters. And I hope my internet is staying true because it's blinking because of the wind. So I'll re-record if this is if this gets messed up. But does that make sense? Is that landing for you guys? It is so interesting because just in the last 4 months, thinking about the different relationships and all of the humans that I have met are so unique, and they're all over the world. And I am so blessed to know each and every single one of them. And I gave myself a goal the other day. I don't know if you know Tiffany Peterson, and she is a just self-development guru. She's an amazing human, a brilliant mindset and gratitude. Just amazing. She's a beautiful human. And she included in this 3-day series of goodness in business coaching to connect more with the relationships that you already have. I think in business, we're just going to go into business because I am an entrepreneur, and so many people here work or an entrepreneur, and they have more hats than just one, right? And so in this, she invited us to connect more with the humans we already have in our business or in our family or in our relationship circle. We're constantly thinking about growing our business, or I need to meet new people, or I need to go over here so that I can get outside of my bubble, or create a bigger email list, and all of these things, right? There's always more people, or bigger, better, more. But she encouraged all of us, and it really resonated with me, and it made me sit down and think about it. And I went through my contacts, you guys. Seriously, it was so interesting. She encouraged us at minimal to connect with 5 people that you already have in your circle. So already in your email list, already have gone to your summit, already have been clients, already are in your family, already are in your friendships, and connect with them on a deeper level. Send them a gratitude card. Send them like, you know what, sister, you were amazing at this, this, and this. I miss you, whatever. Send them a card in the mail, shoot them a text message, go take somebody out for coffee. And it was amazing. And I vowed to make 20 connections a week, because this is something that I get to work on. And and being more connected to the people that you have in your circle already makes you just builds those connections stronger and makes you show up differently. Your way of being is different, and you're going to build different relationships, right? Your circle will grow if your connections with the people that you have already around you get enriched, right? Because they might know somebody else. And then maybe the coffee date is not with just 2 people, maybe he's with 5 girlfriends, or you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So really just think about how you possibly can enhance the relationships you have, how you can show up with love and be open, using some of these tools that we have created in your toolbox for one, but think about how to enrich the relationships you already have. How can you show up different for your significant other, for your husband, for your partner? How can you show up better for your sister, or show up different or stronger or more loving? Not better, just more loving and open. I think that you will, even if you just practiced for this week, right? If you continue that practice, would be really powerful, right? 1% change over time makes a huge, huge difference. And this ripple effect, I have a shirt on that says ripple effect. This ripple effect of you enriching the relationships you already have is going to come back to you tenfold, for you giving this gratitude out, for you showing love, for you showing up openly and honestly and authentically with the relationships you already have right now. It's going to come back to you tenfold. People will come to you. People will be more energetic. It's not going to be yes, no answers in conversation. It's going to be really, really deep connecting conversations. And those are way better than just like, hey, how's the weather? It's windy here. Does that make sense? All right. So always a little bit of self-development, a little bit of personal, a little bit of what's going on in here, and then a little bit of call to action, a little bit of homework. So I invite you, you don't have to. I would love to know if you should choose this homework, and how it affects you, and how it affects if your significant other, the people around you, notice you showing up differently, or notice you reaching out, or notice you smiling more, or if you notice them smiling more back at you. So you guys have an amazing, amazing Wednesday. It has been a blessing to see you all. Thank you for showing up on this Wednesday, this fall Wednesday in October. Sending you love and gratitude and goodness this week. I'll see you next week. Talk to you soon.